I'd like to move on to talking about tourist board and the role that tourist board will need to play moving forward. And as you know, we work with a lot of tourist boards, so I'm really curious to hear your view. Steve, do you want to take this one?
I think it's vital. 9% of the global GDPR is tourism. 9%. None of the world can survive that disappearing, and we need to get it back as soon as possible. So each country, quite frankly, needs to invest in getting customers back. Each country needs to fight for each share. And in the past, tourist boards, I'll be blunt, like Spain, have been lazy. Just assume that people will come to Spain because it's in demand. Those days are gone. So they've got to look at how they spend their money and how they spend it wisely. The days of 50-50 press advertising are gone. It's now, how do they create the right materials, the right videos, the right forums for their customers to meet their suppliers. And also, we've got to condense contracting into a very short period of time. So things like connections are vital. It might have to be a virtual connections to start with. But we can't just sit back and wait for the end of the lockdown before we plan for the rebound. We need to plan for the rebound now. That needs to be done virtually in the short term. Tourist boards need to do agreements now with OTAs and airlines, everybody else, about, okay, how many flights you bringing back in? What support do you need to bring those flights back in? Right, what TV advertising we're doing, what video advertising we're doing. Because if you don't invest on the rebound, you are going to miss out on those customers.
It is very enlightening that you say all of this, because I've had a lot of conversations with tourist board, and some of them have actually been very proactive in asking, you know, what next, what are we going to do, and seeking our view in helping them to recover. And I just feel that there is more that can be done, but people are still paralyzed by whatever it's happening around. But the most proactive one, you can tell, are already planning for the future. And yes, the tourist board. Sorry, Seamus, you were talking.
Saying, look, again, this will pass. Like, the world is not going to end. Like, okay, we don't know if the world's unlikely to go back to normal next week or next month. But I think we all know that in 18 months, it'll be back to normal. So somewhere in that period, but you have to build your brand. Tourist boards still have to entice people to go to those areas. Like, all that's happening now is, look, everything stopped. So everybody is starting the race at the same time. And you need to be in that race. This is like a massive big reset button that's happened. And everybody's going to want all those early travelers to go to their places. So look, it is brand, it is communication. You want people to want to go there when they are allowed to travel.